Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to VauxEast. It's been a little while since I've been here, so everything in this gym now I'm pretty sure is brand new sets to me. So no real plan for this one as usual. Just going to jump on some of the climbs, climb up some of the easier ones to warm up, and then go into some of the harder stuff. There's a V7 perma set that I tried a while ago, which was just when I was fresh back from my finger injury. Didn't really trust the finger strength on that one at the time, so hopefully now we can just give that a go and send that one today. But yeah, other than that climb, no real plan, so I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, going to jump into the V7 perma set now. See if we can send it pretty early. Starts with 2 hands on this one, just as a reminder. Very small, nicely in cut though, crimp. Polished wooden holds for feet all the way along and all the way up. All the holds are wooden, which is quite a nice change from the plastic. Yeah, holds here. Very slopey one, little crimp here, another crimpy one there, another crimpy one there, and a side pulling crimp. Another crimp there, up to the top hold, right at the top there. So yeah, a nice fingery testing, pretty technical climb, so it should be quite cool. Tough. Okay, pretty happy with that as a start. That is a crux move, I think, the one that fell off. You've got to get a very perfect dead point as you stand up, and also get your body position right to lean across. And this big black now hold that's there in the way is stopping me from staying close to the wall. So I think that's making it a little bit more challenging. I think it's still doable though, so I'm going to give it a go. But yeah, once I catch that, which I'm confident I can, I think the rest is okay. The next hold was quite in-cut on the right hand, and then it's just a good bit of footwork, getting the feet up, and then catching the last hold as well. So yeah, let's have a little rest and see if we can send it. Well, drained a bit of energy there when I went for the left hand here. Didn't quite catch the footwork right, or the hand, and barndoored quite a lot. I was fighting a lot to stay on the wall from that. So that drained me a bit more when I went up. But yeah, it's just that same crux again, coming into that side pull. I was going to say it's under clinging, but it's not. It is definitely a side pull and slightly downwards pull. But yeah, it's just an awkward position to grab onto it. Okay, I think the issue at the minute is I'm not using my right foot enough to push myself to that hole. I'm more kind of pulling with my fingertips and almost leaning a little bit on this. I'm not actually generating anything much towards it beyond using my fingers. So I'm going to try consciously this time to trust this foothold a bit more and just push with the foot to get me a bit higher up, because that's why I think I'm falling off the hold, is I'm too low on it. I'm trying to catch it here rather than being in more of this position when I get there. So I want to get a bit higher up on the hold, push with the right foot, and hopefully that'll get me high enough to catch it. My left hand just slipped a bit. You can see now on the camera. Left hand just slipped a little bit, and then I lost tension in the foot because of it, and the right foot slipped. when I went up. So I might need to brush these holes a little bit now. Awesome. That's satisfying. It's amazing what a brush can do. It definitely made me feel more secure on the holes after I brushed them. And I think I did, like I say, just commit a bit more, push a bit more with the right foot to get higher up. I was way higher on that left hand. And I was actually quite secure by the time I got a bit higher up. So yeah, I thought it would be relatively simple from there. It was still quite tricky for the last couple of moves. Not easy to match the last, a lot of tension required. And coming up with the right hand as well. I had to sort my feet out properly first to be able to balance to get to that hole. But yeah, glad to send that one today. Really cool route, very much my style. I enjoyed that a lot. Okay, I'm going to move into the cave now. There is a V5 which starts deep in here. One hand on this, start there, and then one hand on this in here. So it's quite a bunch style. I guess I can obviously use a wall for feet as well, but that foot's quite high. Comes back to a hand on this, not too bad. There's a foot here, and this hand here, which I think I'm going to have to match to be able to come round to this hold. Then there's a hold here, a few side pulley holes up here, with obviously the wall and this foothold there to use for a couple of holds up to the last, which is there. So yeah, interesting route. It's going to be quite technical, I think, which is good. Just going to try and read it and then give it a go after that. So we'll see how we go. Okay, so just reading the route. Obviously starting in here, with one foot on that and one on the wall, I believe. Not sure which I'm going to go on for, to be honest. I think I'll probably go right foot on here, maybe left foot down there actually. Come into the right hand here. Maybe walk the feet around or possibly get a toe or heel on this start hold. And then it's going to have to come back, probably with the left into this position. Walk the feet through, maybe match this, and then come left hand right with a heel on this. Left hand is the side pull, swing the foot up, bump my way up these holds, and then one big move with the right hand to the lower one. Match it with the left hand a little bit higher, foot on this up to the last. I think that's the way. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, I really messed that up. I left my hand right in the middle with the left hand, so there was no room for the right to come in. And I was just fighting that hole to try and match the hand on it to then come up with this. Possibly could roll up to the left instead, actually, in hindsight, with the right hand from that position, I'm not sure. But yeah, I didn't leave my hand enough room to match, which is where I went wrong there. Silly error. Wow. That was wrong as well. That's awkward as hell. Not sure how that means meant to be done actually. So I need to work out. Place my heel somewhere different. It's very bunched though. I'm not sure where best to place the feet. Ideally I want something on this side while I bump to that hole, but I'm struggling with a way to generate to that. Okay. Yeah, so as always with me, normally I just muscle my way through it then. I just did a campus move instead, so I cut feet, campus to that hold. That felt easiest. I obviously didn't do it from the start, I'll do it from the start in a second. But yeah, for me, I don't think that's how it's set. I think there's some kind of heel hook or something that I'm meant to do to keep my feet on the wall, rather than campusing that. So once I've done the route with the campus, I'm probably just going to try and figure out how it's meant to be done. See if I can do it more technically, because obviously it's good to have campusing in your locker. It's not great if your technique isn't good enough to do it the way it's meant to be done. So yeah, trying to work on that as well. Cool. So I didn't mean to cut feet that time. I just slipped and I got the feet back on. And I actually did the move that I campused before with feet on. Kind of just released it as I went for it and swung into the wall, rather than just cutting feet completely and rowing to the hole. So maybe that's how it's meant to be done. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm exhausted now. Quite a physical route, very technical, and I've fallen off it enough times. And spent enough time fighting the holds. I'm quite drained now, so yeah, cool route there, enjoyed that. Good set. Okay, that cave climb is knacking me out, so I think I'm going to finish the video on this V6 slab. So it's the black hold, starts on this, pretty small. Feet down here, and along this. And then there's a hold here, and a hold here. A few more crimpy holds up there, and then the route ends up on that hold at the top in the middle there. So yeah, should be very balancy, a lot of footwork. It's going to be key that I place my feet in the right place on this, I think. A lot of dual text holds, not sure where best to place the feet on these ones just yet, but I'll figure that out when we get on the wall, and yeah, hopefully we'll send it. Oh, pretty happy with that for first attempt, to be honest. Very balancy, like I thought. That was just a pistol squat that I messed up. Yeah, might need to rock my hips a little bit further right to stand up higher. But yeah, not a bad start. From that, it should be a case of just walking the left foot through and then standing up to the last hold. Should be quite a simple finish. So, a bit of a shame I fell off there, but yeah, the rest of that was quite smooth. So. There we go. thought about crossing the foot through, but I actually felt a bit less balanced then. So this is actually a really good hole, quite big, quite a long way out from the wall. So I just foot swapped on that instead, and then got the right up. And I got me close enough to reach with the right hand and get the left hand over. So yeah, really happy with that one. I was going to end on that, but I might try something else now. I might try a 7 or an 8 on this wall, see if we can send that, and then the video there. Okay, so I can't see any 7s, so I'm going to try another 6 and then maybe move on to an 8. 6 is the red, it's quite a long route, no ret as you can see, so I can't use the side of the wall here. Start with 2 hands on this, foot on there, and there's some slopey holds here and here for your hands, volume to use, and some holds on this volume as well. Cluster of little crimps up there, a few feet along this, up to the top hold up there. So, like I say, it's quite a long one. I think it'll be quite technical and balancy as well. Yeah, we're just going to jump in and see if we can flush it. Okay, reading this one, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do here. I think definitely starting with the right foot on this, flag in the left, leading this way. It's whether I go out with the right hand or left hand, see what's more comfortable for that when I get there. It might be a left hand first, I'm thinking, because this is quite a good edge to stand on as well. It should be a bit easier for me to get up first and then go across. So I might go left hand, body this side, stand up, get a foot on here, and then use the volume to get across here. And then from that, kind of using the cluster of holes as a bit of a gaston to begin with before matching once my feet have walked through, and then up to the top hole. So see how we go. Oh, I'm really happy with that. Surprised myself on there. Managed to figure out this on the wall. I'm more happy actually with the volume. I'm normally really bad at standing on volumes, but I'm kind of consciously thinking a lot about forcing myself to keep my heels really low and just pushing really hard through my feet. The harder you push, obviously the more friction you get, and the lower your heels are, the more surface area you have on your foot on the volume, so the more friction you get as well. So really happy with how I stayed on this. And yeah, walking through was okay. It felt like a long way to that hole, right at the end of the top hole from here, and it was. But yeah, it was more just trusting the feet, because the last hole's rubbish. There's not really anything to grab onto on that, it's very, very slopey. So that was all just footwork in the end, just balancing on this, trusting it to change feet, getting the foot through and getting up. But yeah, really happy with that. Okay, gonna end the video there. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel out loads, so I really appreciate all your support. But most importantly, as you know, make sure you grab a like by the Plums, and I'll see you in the next one.